Glorious. What a starting opening line as well.
And we are on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there is ladies who watch this. Welcome to a random another live TDA live stream. I'm Lucas. This is Mr. Lee. Mr. Phil, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're all nuts around here, so don't worry about it.
There is nothing really on the agenda for tonight. We are literally just waffling. So, I think Lee has an announcement he said he wanted to make.
Waffling. First one. Happy belated Dad's Father's Day. We'll say Father's Day. For Sunday, for all those tactical dad wannabes, tactical dad. Ours is. Hope you all had a wonderful Sunday. We'll cover off the week, then we'll do the big announcement a bit further in. I think.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Philios, you can go first. How was your week in a nutshell?
Not too bad actually. A few ideas that me and Luke's been talking about for upgrades on a few things. We'll keep it normal, you know. Yeah, what else? Did some fencing in the backyard.
That's next on my list.
Yeah.
Not the type of fencing where if you don't put a cork on the point, you will hurt somebody, I'm guessing.
Nah. You got to paint it with Chris and stick it in a hole. So that kind of fencing. Take that how you want to, boys.
How deep into the hole do you go? About 7 inches?
7 inch. No, I think it's like 7 inch, mate, to be honest. Yeah.
That's about
this random number in my head and it always comes to 7, I think.
That's about a foot in it.
I got to do why. To be honest, it's not been too bad. Once you get Father's Day out of the way, before you know it, it's Monday, then Tuesday, and you're well into the first couple of days of the week. So before you know it, when you've done all your random stuff, you know, it's the end of the week, and you're a step closer for airsoft. So that's something to look forward to. Apart from that, it's all good. What about yourself, Lee?
Me, I want to touch on your comment firstly around the upgrades, because obviously the exciting news is the M4 has taken on a completely new profile as the DMR. So thank you very much, Sir Philios, Uncle Phil, Phil the genius, the legend, the man that is, was, and everybody wants to be in.
I don't know if it wants to be my ugly, I should tell you, but you know, have a go.
The videos were fantastic. The pictures were perfect, and just wow! Like what a change! A few small tweaks will make.
Yeah, a couple of modifications to something, especially aesthetics. It can really make something look a lot better, and internal upgrades and stuff like that can actually, will actually make it perform better if modifications are done correctly. So, you know, it's as easy as that.
Maybe not so much the external ones, yeah.
I don't know, it depends what you put in that 7 inches on
it. I just wanted it to be black and tan.
Did you just say you wanted it 7 inches in black?
Tan. Wow. Each to their own.
All week he's been sending me updates like I've done this today. And then whenever he's sent me an update on what he's done, it's always been, although it's tan stock. I don't know who's attached to this tan stock. Yeah, that would be me. And then a bit later on, he's like, so I've done the gears. This tan handle, there's something wrong with this tan handle. Whoever's put it on, it's not sound. Yeah, that was me.
Bloody horrible. But you know, that's only my personal preference. But, you know, at the end of the day, whatever modifications you do to your rifle yourself, do it right in the first place. Make sure you tighten your screws up. But at the end of the day, the actual modifications, everything are for your own personal preference. So not somebody else's. So you'll be running around with it and stuff. So,
yeah. The thing is, everyone will make that mistake. You'll see something, you're like, I like that. You'll buy it, and then you get it home, and then you try it, and then you're like, yeah, it's really cool. And then after you actually play with it, you're like, I don't know about it. That's the game, innit?
No, I like
Trial and error.
it. Just build up.
Certainly
So
is.
I've got a couple of things I've bought, and to be honest, I used like once, took them off, or I never even used. I was like, no, I don't like it. It looked cool on picture, but yeah.
You know, I'm exactly the same. I've got a couple of rail attachments, and basically, it's for tidying up wirings for external. You know, like for your pet box and your torches and stuff like that. I put them on. They looked the part, but they was loose, and I didn't like them. I really didn't like them after that. So maybe they could just do with a bit of modification where I can sand one part of it down to actually make it smaller. So when it grips, it's tighter. You know, something to look forward to for my future in modification and stuff. But at the moment, they're just put to one side until I want to use them.
On that note, actually, of talking about upgrades, so I have decided to do 2 lots of upgrades. Slight upgrade on the Ronin, new trigger, nothing special. I love the Ronin to bits, absolutely fantastic gun, but their trigger is horrible. It's not that nice.
Yeah, they've got C triggers because they're in the shape of a C, and the
And it's
pants.
where you like crop.
Yeah, you. Your finger goes in that bloody far. I think it goes in 7 inches.
Yeah. And then I've decided to upgrade the LMG, which is going to get quite significant upgrades. This is a pre-upgrade we'll talk about. Sorry, we'll say, because the final upgrade will be HPA, but that's not yet. But we're upgrading it. Anyone unaware, we have the S&T M249. It's worked brilliant. It's to this day it still works. We've used it God knows how many times. It's fantastic. Love the gun. Personally, I just wish it had a little bit more range. I'm just so because of this, we're upgrading. Basically, we'll document Mr. Phil. Mr. Phil's doing it.
Yay!
So he's gonna have to get his GoPro out and video. Put your head mount on.
Yeah. Show the viewers what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not just sat there twiddling my 7-inch thumbs.
Oh.
But yeah, do you want to talk about what upgrades we're doing, or
Say again,
the
sorry.
viewers know? Do you want to let the viewers know what we're doing with the upgrades?
You can tell them what we're planning. Obviously, what happens in the end is different, or might not be different. We don't know, because what we're planning on putting in it may work, may not work. We don't know. But obviously, it'll all be documented, and it'll be on a video, which will come out to do with the upgrades for it. So if you want to tell them what you're planning on doing with them, Mr. Phil is our gun tech. I know a lot of crap, but I just can't. I ain't got the patience. I really just haven't.
He's dead fiddler. He's dead fiddler. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop a new spring in it. You know, put actually found. I've actually got a brand new SHS 110 spring, which when you look through, when you've got all your junk that you accumulate over these things, and then you go through it all because you like sorting it out, you find it. So I'm going to drop one of those in first and see what it performs like, and see what the range is like with that little boost of FPS. And then after that, we're going to test it on field in a game, and then I can actually take some bits with me inside the actual game day, and then actually do an on-site upgrade, which will be possibly a buck in a nub and a barrel in a barrel.
Actually,
and see how that performs.
In the process, Phil is also going to find out if it can take an 11.1. If it can, we will tell you it can, and we'll put one in. We'll verify it all works.
Yeah,
It's got standard.
What's it running at the minute?
I put a 7.4 in because I just don't know. It comes with a 9.6.
It comes with a different battery, didn't it?
9.6 NICAM, something like that.
Or something like that. Yeah. If it's got standard trigger contacts, like you get in any standard V2 box or version 2 box, then you can use 11.1 LiPo, but you make sure your trigger response is a little bit shorter. So don't just pull your trigger back, spray and pray, and hope for the best, because you're going to burn your contacts out a little bit quicker on the overall. But the worst thing you're going to do is take the front of your gearbox off. You are. Trust me, I've done it. So I know exactly what would happen there, especially if the gearbox is not radiused, which will be something I'm going to look at depending on how well it performs just with the spring upgrade. And I might have to upgrade the motor. I don't know yet, but we'll go there. But what my plan is ultimately is not to upgrade it too much, because like I say, the end game for it would be HPA. So we don't want to put a ton of work into it just to put a drop-in box or something like that into it at the end of the day. But we'll see. But again, I'll keep everyone updated on that and what I'm doing and stuff like that.
What's the so you've mentioned the HPA a couple of times.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm more of an AEG type of guy. But what's the plan with the HPA tank on the LMG? Because the LMG is quite a bulky thing anyway. I suppose for me, like looking at it, where would you go with like a backpack tank, or would you go with an actual latch-on tank?
Personally, I recommend a backpack tank. You know, run a line, put it onto a backpack, because then it's going to be less weight on the actual LMG. Because although it's mainly plastic or ABS plastic or whatever, it's still got a bit of weight to it. And the last thing you want to do is add more weight to it. So if you not put that in there anyway and just run a tank in a pack, then you're going to take that away. But there is pros and cons with HPA, as any HPA user knows. So at the end of the day, it's going to be trial and error when time comes. It is, because I've got a few ideas what be good for it, but it goes down to what Lou wants to do. So
Exciting times.
it will be, and when I've done with it, it'll be a flipping monster. It's going to be a beastie with just a few upgrades that I'm going to do to it anyway. But once it's HPA, it's going to be a monster. I mean, in all fairness, I can get it running as on battery or AEG, or whatever you want to call it this day and age. Quite beastie. I can. But in my opinion, I think HPA. I just love HPA, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we have some interesting announcements, we'll say. First of all, we put a short out the other day of Mr. Lee absolutely pooping himself, which was fantastic.
Oh, that did good.
I came across it randomly in the video archive we've got, and I was like, yeah, I'm putting this up. It's done amazing. It's done brilliantly. Thank you to everyone who's watched. And yeah, we're well impressed. But because of how well it's done, Mr. Lee has an announcement. Take it away.
So it's a massive talk. It's a definite talking piece of film. So I thought I'd make it a little bit fun, because I think we're at, forgive me, 8.7K.
Along the lines of that at the minute.
Yeah, somewhere around that marker. So people are enjoying it. They're having fun. The one thing we didn't do was attach subscribe, push button.
Well,
So
you wouldn't have about saying that at that moment in time.
no, this is true. So here's the deal, right? If we get 10,000 views on the short and 5,000 views, subscribers on the page, which you should be able to do, 10,000 views, 5,000 subscribers. This is pretty fair shot. Before we go to the NAF, let's give it some time. I'm going to commemorate the joyous moment by having a tattoo. And the tattoo will read whatever it is I say when it's read on the guy.
Come on, you've got to say it. You've got to say it.
There you go, just shit. Honestly, like, so everybody at work's watched it. The guys that I do kickboxing with on a Friday have watched it, and everybody says to me like, "How did you miss him?" Like literally, the second you turned out into that bit of field, you could clearly see there was a disturbance in the grass. And I have to remind everybody that that particular point in the game day was pretty much at the end. So we'd been out on field from about 9 o'clock. We were looking at about 3-ish, 3-ish. It got warmer as the day went on, and obviously we were at where was we again? We were at the mall, which isn't the smallest of sites. So we put some pretty good steps in and some pretty good distances. So I was absolutely shattered. I'm not going to lie. I was warm. I was sweaty. I got all my gear on. The second I got shot, knowing that it was the final game, it was just an opportunity to escape. So all I wanted to know was which direction the marshal wanted me to go. Um, and the God honest truth, right? The thing that made me shit in the first place was because my initial thought was, oh my God, have I thrown on his gun? And everybody was like, what would you have done if you'd have like broke his leg or something? Like, legs will fix themselves. Guns are expensive to replace. So yes, that is the deal, guys. 10,000 views, 5,000 subscribers by the time we go to the more at the end of August. And
Nah.
this bit just I'm gonna go there. Nah. I'm gonna have I think I took a shit on the inside of my heart. But only if we meet the markers. Only.
And what we're going to do is, if we hit the target, and if we're allowed to, we're going to film the tattoo.
If I can get permission for that, that's not a problem.
Yes. You know what to do then, don't you, guys? That's like and subscribe. And if you want to comment, I think you really, really should. With as many brown emojis as you like. Just for giggles.
It was an incredible little short, to be fair. It's such a shame as well. So I now have been given the rules of GoPro. Never switch GoPro off.
Yes.
Make sure to switch GoPro on at the
leave
same
it
time
turned
as
on.
everybody else.
Always charge your battery.
There he is. There he is. The little poo emoji. We've got to love that. So yes, because there was so many other like magical moments, like trying to creep over a collapsed building.
If you was in
I
my
mean,
shoes, you fell over. So you know, I'm like falling over, getting twanged in the old crown jewels with a branch or something like that.
it was when somebody said to me like, "Oh, here's me. You didn't have to hold that branch." I was like, "No, I'm not holding the branch. I'm waiting for everybody to go because then when I slip and fall, there's nobody behind me to point and laugh at me."
Definitely something.
Another announcement.
So yeah,
as such, I've completely forgot about. My fault. Is the giveaway at 1,000 subs. Completely forgot about it. So, we will be doing the giveaway. It'll probably be in a couple of weeks. Don't know how I'm going to do it at the moment, but it's going to be £100 gift card for one of two shops. So, look, keep your eye out for that. You will have to be a sub. You'll have to leave a comment or whatever, and then it'll be like randomly generated comment. But I haven't figured out the rest of it yet off the top of my head. So yes, so if you're not subbed and you want a chance to win a £100/€100 gift card, yeah, keep an eye out.
that works, right? I see you looking, Phil.
Oh yes, I'm very, very nosy. I'm one of the nosiest. I'm even that nosy when I'm doing shopping and I look in people's other trolleys and I do say, "Oh, what they got?"
See, I tend to look in their eyes instead.
Okay.
So Our next game day, it will be more it'll be on a Facebook page. That will put it up. But if you're watching, you're watching. So our next game day will be the 5th. Will be a Saturday, which is a first for us. And we're planning on Anzio Camp. So the 5th of July, Anzio Camp. Not 100% sure who's going yet. We three are. Don't know if Daniel and Solomon are going. I'll have to get that verified, but we three will definitely be going. Hopefully the weather's nice. Hopefully it's not too bloody warm, and hopefully it's not raining.
Yes.
It's supposed to
give
like
us
this
a chance to check out. Well, hopefully some upgrades and stuff. See how everything performs.
Definitely.
Are you two not doing the skirmish this Sunday?
No. We're going to save it until Anzio.
Okay. Tis what? Luke, your week. We kind of skipped.
I know when quite
Bill got to waffle and
say that again, sorry.
We didn't catch up on your week.
My week. Birthdays. 3 birthdays this week. So yeah. It's not been
times.
Yeah. Mothers, wives, and the younger one. Not the youngest, the one after. So wow. I've just had the youngest birthday. She was about 3 weeks ago. I can't remember off the top of my head. 2-3 weeks ago, the youngest.
I thought you were trying to figure out how old she was then.
Yeah, I was then.
3.
The youngest one turned 1. So she, about 2 weeks ago her birthday was. And then this week it's been the wife's. I actually tell a lie. It's been the wife's as well as my brother's, as well as it was my mother's today. And then I've gotten the second youngest baby is next week, if I'm correct.
Well, happy birthday to all of them anyway.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday.
And then no more until October.
Lucky you.
It's a good gap. It's a good gap.
It's a very good gap, actually, that is.
You would think. Problem is, though, there's 8 of them. So,
wow. That makes up that gap.
Yeah, I don't really get much of a gap. Actually, I won't know. July. No, sorry, there's 2. There's 1. Oh, crap. There's 1 next week, and then there's 1 at the beginning of the next month, the 8th.
Whoopsie!
Oldest daughter, on the 8th of July. Yeah. So
at least it's their soft first.
Yeah, she's gonna be 19. Nothing special.
19 is special. 19's like that final point between teenager and 20s.
No, 18, 20. Get out of my house.
Fair. Okay.
I need the room. Get out.
What's waffles?
Here's more room for more gear.
No. Yeah, wait, more gear. So I thought you said more kids. More gear,
no,
yeah.
I think he's had enough for kids.
Yeah. So again, we've got Airsoft on the 5th. We are possibly going to do the 3rd of August. We haven't decided where yet. We have a few options. And then 4 weeks after that is obviously NAF, which is the end of the month. Well, the second week before the end of the month, shall I say. So we got a decision between us where we're going on the 3rd of August.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? If you're watching, you've got some ideas of some really nice East Midlands sites that you've been to, that you've not seen reviews on from us. We are always open to suggestion. If you've got a decent site that you go to on a regular basis, you think, do you know what? I'd like to see A, the Tactical Dad do a review on it. B, me the tactical dads. See, have a look at this 7-inch thing. Then drop it in either the comments on a video or
Right, you're not gonna be impressed.
we just want to make sure that you sign the disclaimer first, though, before you do it.
Oh yeah.
New sites, comments, and obviously, as you're probably aware, if you're regulars to the channel, we'll also do a bit of a review after we've visited, just to talk through a game day and some of the key specifics of each of the game days as well. So, what's that looks like, marshalling, all the jazz that goes with it, and whether I can take a shit. It's not my tagline, right?
What I will add, I've started doing little snippets of pictures and stuff on TikTok, and getting some good likes and shares and stuff. So if you want to go on there as well, that supports us on there as well. Just look out for TDA Phil. That's me, and basically. What I want to do is that when we're out on game days and stuff, and you recognise us, come up to us, say hello to us, and then if you want, we can take some photos with you, and then I can do a little montage, stick them on TikTok, so you know you can get on there as well. And if you've got your own channel or whatever, you know what I mean, we can get a little shout out and stuff. So.
Sorry, I've got a baby who's just turned up.
No worries.
Yeah, I was thinking you were just breaking wind.
So it's better than one of my cats. Jesus Christ. They're little so-and-sos there. Jesus. They really, well, one of them, Marie, she really don't care.
Got a child in the room, just being quiet. It's not too bad. I want to stay with Daddy.
Bless.
I'm trying to think. What else?
Did you manage to pull any more footage off the GoPros for the Sunday, or were you just did you just sort of go, do you know what that'll do? We'll finish it with the short and just walk away?
No, so when it comes to videos, I've finished 2. One's got a thumbnail, one hasn't. That's what I was going to say, actually. I just remembered. So 2 are available. No, not available. 2 are uploaded, scheduled to come out in the next couple of days. Next couple of days, actually. I still got, I think, 2 or 3 more videos to complete. We have a Patreon. It's free to join. You'll get all the photos that we take will go up there. If you do want to support us and become a member, it's only £3. But you'll get early access to the videos. So basically, you'll get access to them pretty much as soon as they are uploaded. Which could be anything between a week or 2 before they actually go on YouTube. We don't make any money from YouTube. We have the affiliate links, which you get pennies for. What else? We don't have enough view hours. We've got the subs now. We just don't have the view hours to be able to activate the what's the word? The monitoring. Oh God, the partner program, basically. So you can monitor.
Basically, we're all poor. You are going to feed us. Watch videos. Put video on. Leave phone. Walk away.
I do know YouTube is very funny when it comes to showing guns, firearms, any type of explosive stuff like that. They will not promote it. I've tried, believe me. I've tried to get around it because their wording's awful, but they're having none of it. So it literally requires everyone to be subbed and watching, basically, for it to work. site, for instance, you can see Lee's got his rifles in the background. I've got a couple of pistols here because I was cleaning them, bring them out of storage. One of them, this one, grab it. So, a Combat Master, ASG Combat Master, brilliant pistol. Very powerful. Sometimes it likes to creep over chrono, but otherwise, brilliant pistol. Got some weight to it. Very loud. Very powerful. It's got some right recoil on it. I've not used it for nearly 2.5 years, so I thought get it clean, get it ready again, because I like this one. But because of, like for instance, that I was holding a firearm, a replica firearm. YouTube don't like it, so even in the backgrounds, it can be funny about it. Yes. So again, we have a Patreon. If anyone wants to support us, head over there. It's free to join, but if you 1 second. If you do want to support us, it's £3. That's it.
Well,
Right, okay.
I
So
think-
£3. Come and join us. Or watch us have a laugh.
and the links at the top of the screen, along with all the other links as well: the Instagram, the Patreon, the Facebook page, my OnlyFans. No, we took that one off. Remember, they don't have that either.
Lee,
They
do
don't have that
something.
either.
Really, Bran.
That's when I take a shit. You'll say it, but do it.
Oof.
I know, I'm gonna kid. But no, all the stuff that we're talking about from the funding perspective, I think we've already discussed. Like the funds that we do make from this sort of stuff will fund us to be able to do better videos, get better gear from a video perspective, because it's all about content for you guys. Like if you're going to fund us, we want to give you more content. We want to be able to give you a bit more of a wider range of the views, the sights, the sounds, and everything else that goes with it. And I suppose now that I know the rules,
Up GoPro.
yeah. The thing was, right? So Luke phoned me the other day and he's like, Lee. Oh, yes, mate. I was like, you get turning it off, do you? Yeah, of course I did. I was conserving battery. Like, nobody wants to watch me, especially you, spend 10, 20 minutes of a day just walking. They want to see me shooting. They want to see me in the action. I did at one point realize that the stupidest thing about turning it off is every time we turn it back on, it beeps. So when you're trying to be stealthy, turning the GoPro back on is not the thing to do because you kind of do give yourself away. But anyway, moving on. But then after he pretty much chastised me for turning it on and off, he then went, yeah, there's one other thing as well. Like, you need to remember to sync when everybody else does. Sorry? And he went, oh, yeah, I didn't tell you that rule. So, quash all the chastising. He didn't tell me the original rule in the first place. This is his own fault.
Point of the matter is, I made the life hard for myself.
Can you, Lee?
Yeah, I made it hard for myself. I had to try and figure out where his videos fit within mine.
Yeah.
Did you manage to do it though? Did you manage to?
So far, so good. Yeah. There's, I think it's this first video coming. I think it's the first video coming out. Lee had 3 clips. No, sorry. Yeah, Lee had 3 clips. I had 5 because I turned it on and left it. So I had to then see where his clips matched up to mine, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, then get to Lee's second clip, and it's like 10 minutes later. I was like, okay. So there might have been something missed out because he did forget to turn it on a few times, and he's like halfway through a game, like, oh shit. But then look what happens when he leaves it on. He walks into Gillies.
And that's where we
over.
Yeah.
Over Guinness.
I think if that lad weren't there, or the guy on the floor didn't move, I think you might have trod on him a little bit.
Imagine if you fell on him.
That'd have been funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But it's all fun in games.
Indeed, it is, and people seem to enjoy it. So, game on. See what I can turn on next time.
Yeah, so hopefully next time on we go, it should be more seamless. If anyone was interested, actually, I don't have my camera equipment on me. Oh, crap. The reason we're able to record for near enough the entire day straight, we use power banks. Well, yeah.
Luke does. I've got 4 batteries for my GoPro, so you know.
So between multiple batteries, and we just change it and recharge every time we change over. We started to take batteries out with us for the longer games. So when myself and Lee were down at the mall, I took extra batteries with me for Lee's GoPro, which we didn't have to change. I thought, oh, your battery's
I
really
wonder
good.
why.
That's because someone didn't turn it on.
I have actually a power bank in the back of my helmet in the pouch where my X-Fog is. It's if you're in the UK, you got to store B&M. There's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack in there for I think it's £10. I had that wired straight through, so the wires went underneath the webbing from my helmet straight to the side of the GoPro, and it basically powered it for was it about 3 hours straight, something stupid like that.
Pretty good.
Near enough 4 hours straight. It powered it for. It's a very small power bank as well, so it fit in there quite nice. I am thinking about probably going for a 15. I might pick one up and see what the size is. But otherwise, I'll probably pick up another 10,000. So I've got 2 of them ready to go, and basically I can just run all day. Size wise, we're recording 4K 60. Oh, pardon me. Minus dinner, I managed to total up just under 90 gig of footage, and we've got 256 cards. So yeah, we can just leave them running all day, no problem at all on that one. So yeah, if you was interested in running a GoPro, highly recommend the power banks and battery pouch. If you ain't got a helmet, a very long cable, it does help.
Yeah, it'll work.
We are going to do a bit of a test actually. The next game when it comes to head mounts. So what's the best mounting situation for a GoPro? Because obviously Lee's used the cap, which is all good and all, but it's extremely front heavy.
And it leans like this.
The lean's
Not
not
just
a
that,
problem.
it's uncomfortable because so I bought one of the peak clips, so it literally like screws onto your peak right at the front. Obviously, once you've got the clip on, you then strap your GoPro to the front and noticeably there's a couple of times when you naturally want to, especially when you've got peak, just pull your hat up so you've got better field of vision. And you're constantly on the worry that if you lean too far forward, that's going to roll off because there's no friction, especially when you get to my age. When you forget, like when you're heading into a tree or you're heading into a bush, that you've got this massive chunky GoPro sitting on the front of your app, which you didn't have before. But it just felt unnatural, and it felt like I spent a lot of the day almost adjusting my app just to make sure it was still on and it was still safe because I didn't want it to fall. So I know we've discussed it because you've obviously had my GoPro to do all the downloads. You've thankfully cleaned up my box. Thank you very much. I'm gonna try. I've actually got a full head rig which will sit kind of over the top of my cap, the main body of the cap. We'll have to move the old Tactical Dad's badge for game day. But I think once it's a bit closer to my centre, it will feel a lot more comfortable as well.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do.
Fine.
We're going to test, see which is better. So again, we've got the hat clip. Lee's got the hat clip. So we'll test the head rig, see if that's any better. Obviously, what I've found out, helmets are the best. But everyone's obviously opinion, everyone's own choices. Not everyone wants to run a helmet. Lee's one of them. But for stability and strength, the helmet turns out is the best because it's a solid clip. And if you buy the metal bracket, for your action cam, you can't go wrong because you can walk into bushes, drop it on the floor, and that bracket's not shifting. It really isn't.
I've got one myself, and they are really good.
So we'll do a little comparison if we need to, if the head mount's better, but otherwise, there's a nice little video that could be actually. But we will be testing a shoulder-mounted camera. So I have the joys of having a 3D printer. So I've made and designed this. So I can do with a belt to show how it works. We've got a belt to hand. I've got a piece of wire.
If it works, it works.
Actually, too.
So we'll say this is either your rig or your plate strap or whatever. Basically, this will hook in one way, around the other, like that, and that ain't go nowhere. So should be interesting. We'll try that situation as well, not solution. Yeah, we'll try that way as well. See what results we get, if it's any good. This is just a generic print. If anyone's got a printer, you can get off printables. Yeah, just make sure you make it out something sturdy, either PETG or ABS. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word then. Yeah, seems pretty decent. So we'll give this a try as well. We'll try and get like a shoulder-mounted GoPro as well. See how Lee gets on with that. See which one works.
I think my only concern with the shoulder-mounted stuff is not so much when I'm running pistol. I think it'd be great because obviously when you're running pistol, you tend to both hands. You kind of in the position. I think when you're running rifle, that's when it's probably going to skew what you're looking for.
Well, the joys with this is we can try it either on the shoulder or here, but it will go on your opposite hand. So this will go on your right shoulder, Lee. That's the view I'm thinking. Obviously,
so whichever
your
dominant hand is,
left-handed.
If you're left-handed, then it's going to go on your right shoulder and vice versa.
Because I'm thinking,
Fair
if
enough.
you're going to use it on your rifle arm, it's going to do something like this, basically, go in weird positions. Plus, all it's going to see is the end of your rifle anyway, which is no good. But if you get on the opposite side and then you're lifted up that side, there's no, So we'll give this a go, see what that's like.
Or not. So there's no harm in giving it a go. And again, it's trial and error and everything that you do in airsoft. It is.
Yeah. If it works, brilliant. And if people were interested in one and they don't have a 3D printer, I could probably make one and put it on the web on the shop and sell a couple. Won't be expensive. Probably like 5 or something stupid like that. But yeah. Pressing buttons. Anyone else want to add anything?
No, I think this week has been a quiet one. No airsoft this Sunday. What did we get for Father's Day, Luke?
Me? Peace.
Yeah. Is that actually physically possible in your household?
Oh, you'd be surprised. So I'm having to constantly play around with the microphone because it's that sensitive. I think it keeps picking you lot up, but you would never know there was 10 people in this house. 9. I'd say that. There used to be 10, there's now 9. One's moved out. So no, it's quite easy to get peace here, actually, to be honest, because the kids live in the rooms or they're out with their friends. I'm old school. Kick the kids out. I don't want to listen. You're not sitting in the house playing on consoles all day. Get lost. If it's miserable and rainy, fine. But otherwise, no. So
treat it like the good old days where you had to go out and play Dobby or Run Off or Kirby or something.
Dobby, God, they were the days. I never used to play Kirby because I was shit at
it. Wow.
You couldn't play Kirby nowadays. There's too many stupid cars.
Yeah. we should know we've got them.
True. Or the little pedal go-kart that if you pedal fast enough, you pulled the handbrake up, do a little
Get it
skid.
sliding a little bit. Yeah, Jesus. Showing your age there a little bit, Lee, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Remember, you are older than me, though.
I know, I can't say anything. I'm the oldest.
Just saying.
Just saying.
I may be the greyest. I don't know. I think Phil's on catching up with the greyness, actually.
It's because I've not had a shave or anything for about 3-4 months. I let it go. I do. And just like, once I start looking like the sailor from Skegness, you know, the legend. Once I start looking like that and the curly bits at the side, I think, yep, it's time to put it off. And tomorrow is the day.
Mine's still got a bit of black in it from the last time I used some Just for Men when I went for that wedding. I'm actually the youngest. Mine is Daniel.
I dyed my hair once, and that was for a charity thing. I dyed it electric blue and swore I would never do it again. I have a friend who uses back to black quite often, and you can always tell when he's back to blacked it because it's black, and I mean like it's uncomfortably black.
Yeah, no, you want to use dark brown. Believe me, my hair is naturally black, but that stuff that's dark.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's gone with a permanent marker.
Yeah,
but no, don't do it.
Actually, saying that, what colour was mine last week? Lee?
Green.
Purple.
No, it wasn't. Purple.
Yeah.
Yes, it was purple.
I had a bit of hint of purple.
Nobody would have noticed if you hadn't have said something like
Right, doing the wife's highlights. She wanted some purple highlights. I was like, right, I'll redo it. It's fine. And then I had an itch while I was doing her hair. Didn't last long. About 2 days it was gone.
Itch. What is it right with normal life things where you know you shouldn't itch, but it always itches? Have you ever done the deep heat itch?
Depends on where you're itching.
Yeah. I itched the wrong place with deep heat, and I've never done it again. Never done it again.
It's worse when you go in the shower and try and shower it. That's a few choice words. I can really say it.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah. So I had a similar situation today. I was doing some stuff on the caravan. One of the legs supposedly was broke, so they had ratchet strapped it up underneath. So I thought, I'll have a look. So I looked and, oh no, it's not broke. It's just popped out. So, okay, fine.
Oh, one of the support legs?
Yeah. So basically, got my impact gun, wind it all the way out, so pulled the rod out, realigned it, took off the ratchet strap, covered it in WD-40 to give it clean, because I don't think it's been cleaned in 20 years. Wound it back in, itched my nose, carried on, come in the house, got a black mark all the way down.
When I've been fixing cars.
Oh. But no, the
caravan... It's even worse when no one told you about it.
Yeah.
No one told you about it. You pop out and you're like, got oil and crap all over your face. Yeah, I've been there, done.
But no, the caravan seems to be a thing. I took it for a spin the other day. Spent a couple of hours in it. Yeah, seems like I just need to buy an inverter now. It's self-sufficient with solar. But yeah, I just need to pick myself up an inverter for before we go to NAF, so we can charge everything up, and we don't have to rely on crap or run a generator.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be quite fun. Anyone interested in buying a caravan? They're actually pretty cheap. This time of year is probably not the best time to buy them, because I can imagine the price is going up. But otherwise, they're not as expensive as everyone makes them out to be. You just need to make sure you look out for mold.
It's the same with mine and Luke's vans. We both got camper vans. Well, camper vans. It depends on what time of the year is the best year to buy one. It is. And in my opinion, winter, when it's cold, is the best time to buy them because people drop the prices because no one wants them, unless you are a proper camper van person. You know what I mean? People usually get them for a year or so, just summer and stuff, and don't use it again and think, oh, I might as well just sell it, and then sell it a lot cheaper. But it's like with any vehicle that you go and purchase, make sure you know what you're doing, or if you don't, take someone with you.
Yeah.
So definitely a few things to look out for.
Yeah.
They're hard to come by these. Like you've got to be quick off the bat once you find one. To be fair.
I can tell you a story about that. So caravans are pretty easy to figure out what's the crack is and what to look out for. But I saw one. It was an excellent price. Yeah, it needed some work doing to it, but I didn't mind, and it was well within my budget to even repair it. Drove down there, hour drive, got there. We pull up down this drive, and we see someone coming out with a caravan. Didn't think much of it because it was like a caravan park. Pull up to the house, message the guy, "Hey mate, I'm outside. Oh, I've just sold it."
Oh, maybe tell me about that. Yeah, it's disappointing when that happens.
Fuming, absolutely livid.
Yeah, some people go first come, first served, don't they? So
yeah,
regardless of you driving miles.
Yeah, told them I was on my way. We left. Told them how long we were left on the road, what time we'll be there for, and we got there literally like 10 minutes before we said, and yeah, they'd sold it. But then, to be honest, the second one we saw after, we didn't even need to we haggled a little bit, but we didn't need to go too far in depth. It was a brilliant price, and it was in excellent condition. Minor things broke, which some things they told us about, some things they didn't, but they were really easy to fix.
I think it's on
if you know what you're
vehicles
doing.
at a certain age. Yeah, on a vehicle at a certain age and they're not brand new, then you do get your little things.
Yeah.
That are problems, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like me and Lou, we can fix anything.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
my motorbike, that thing, it looks amazing. It runs okay. It needs some things doing to it, but you would never know it was 25 years old. So
that's the thing. It's all about how you take care of them.
Yeah. Not been on that for a while.
Yeah, Mum and Dad's just bought static, and my dad was saying he was looking at one. My first question was like, you can barely walk. Like, why would you want a camper van? Because that requires driving. But he was saying like he found one, wasn't too far away. Went to book it in for a visit. The guy said, "Oh, got 7 people coming to look at." My dad went, "All right, I'll ring you tomorrow then. See how you get on." Rang him the following day. The guy's like, "Yeah, it's still here if you want to see it." And my dad was like, "The ultimate red flag is you've had 7 people look at a camper van, and it's still there." Yeah.
But then, to be honest, it could be something simple.
Yeah.
The thing is, especially with, again, the vans with RVWs, it's some people see it as, oh, the engine's got an issue, it's not worth it. The engines from Volkswagen are actually really cheap for what they are. They're really cheap. And a lot of people see it as, oh, they need to go to the dealership. The dealership won't touch it because it's old, or they're going to charge a fortune, which they do. But again, if you can do stuff yourself, it's actually a lot cheaper because I've not paid what
basic things,
OEM parts.
Yeah. YouTube is your friend, trust me.
Yes.
I've been in so many jams and like, how does that work? Take that quick YouTube and it's like, oh, it's that simple. You know, granted, some cars are a lot harder to work on. The technical side of it, doing diagnostics and stuff can be a bit more daunting to people, but it just depends on how computer savvy you are and whatever, and how mechanically minded you are.
Yeah, exactly that. I say, because I've not got OEM parts on my van. Some I have, some I haven't. I won't pay them. I've refused.
Some prices are ridiculous.
They are. Well, oh God, what did I change? Exhaust manifold. As soon as I brought the van, it was blown. Okay, fine. I changed the exhaust manifold. Got in touch with Volkswagen. Oh yeah, it'd be like 300 quid. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think eBay for like 100.
£80.
Yeah, and I think some of the aftermarket ones are actually better quality than the OME parts because of the way they're made.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when it comes to stuff like exhaust manifold and stuff. So
yeah, Well, exhaust in general on vehicles is always better for aftermarket than it is OEM.
Yeah. A
Definitely.
lot cheaper as well.
Not so much, yeah, kind of, but the material's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Definitely. But apart from vehicles, yes, we talk about airsoft and random other crap.
The randomness.
Yes.
Randomness.
Me and Phil do have a plan on some cool camo ideas.
Oh, what I've been looking into.
So I want to paint my Ronin and do a cool camo design. I have the equipment to do it. Phil's got a nice machine.
Is it
Put our
penises?
stencils. So.
No, that's for 7 inches.
So yeah, we're going to play around. I've got a couple of spare rifles actually. So anyone watching, obviously, if you've seen the BBs for Less rifle, sniper rifle, in that packet, that mystery box. Yeah. So in that mystery box, what Solomon brought wasn't just that sniper rifle. It was actually 4 other guns. So there was 2 AEGs, the sniper rifle. Sorry, 5 guns in total. No, 4 guns in total. Sorry, 2 AEGs, a sniper rifle, and a pistol, and some other random shite. The pistol's a Springer. It's awful, but it's so fun. This is brilliant. It's the most plasticky thing you'll ever come across, but it's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it's like FPS is like 60 something. It's fantastic. One of the AEGs, it's not even an AEG, it's an M4 Springer. It's bad.
I didn't think that was possible.
No. It's a nice design as well. I think it's see-through, if I'm correct. Not seen it for a while.
God.
And then the other one's a bright blue, baby blue AEG, which comes with battery, everything. It was shocking. But then out of curiosity, I thought I'd stick a LiPo in it. And oh my God, it was good. FPS was amazing, but it improved. It went up through the roof. I was like, okay, this is good. Okay.
Give it me for an hour.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I'm gonna grab one of them out, give it a paint with the new design, see how it goes before I strip down the Ronin and get a bit carried away. But yeah, why not make it more unique than what it already is? And if it goes well, yeah, I'll be doing Lee's as well.
You can make it any heavier. So I don't think you can make the bloody thing any heavier.
I don't know, you know.
It is heavy.
It is.
That's not a challenge either.
But yeah. Oh God, it's warm tonight. I'm tired.
That's it. Pass the yawn.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyone in the UK know how we feel. It's a warm night.
It is muggy and horrible.
But otherwise,
It's been a muggy and horrible afternoon as well. I have been super moist.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that word.
Mr. Moist.
Moist. Mr. Moist.
He only gets moist when he's in Nathan's van after a day of airsoft.
Stop it. Stop it. Things you don't do on airsoft day. Shit in the port cabin. Agree to a ride home with Nathan.
Drive oneself.
Well, yeah. So the next video is due to come out on Friday. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not sub, and you'll get notified as soon as that comes out. Otherwise, I haven't got anything else to waffle about tonight. Have you two?
No, just remember, if you don't sub, I don't tattoo. It's as simple as that. 10,000 watches, 5,000 subscriptions. By the end of August, when we go to the NAF, if you've not done it, I'm not wearing the new tattoo. It's as simple as that.
Okay, we sweeten the deal. If we can get the 5K subs, we'll do a giveaway as well. And it will be a decent giveaway. It won't be £100. It might be several more than that. but you need to sub 5k subs, and we'll do a decent giveaway. We might do 2 giveaways, so we might do one in
There's
person.
only one way to find out, and
Yeah.
that is like and subscribe.
You might win a see-through M4 Springer.
Yeah. You know what? That could be on the cards if you want. So actually, I've got an idea in my head. If we do 5k, we'll do 2 giveaways. We'll do one giveaway for the YouTube, and we'll do another giveaway for the next time we go to a game event, and we'll have a table, and there'll be a couple of items there, and the first couple of people who come up to us and say whatever, they'll have a choice of what they want. They can either have the Spring Bristol, they can have the Spring M4, or they could have, I don't know,
Some
what are you thinking?
randomness.
M249? Could be nice.
We never know.
We'll never know. So yeah, I think that's it then for tonight. Until next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, weather stays nice but not too warm. And
Yes.
But yes, look out for Friday. Video should drop Friday. It's called Back into the Mar. So, and this one is Lee's. Well, myself and Lee. So, video footage is not the best. I've done as best as I can. There were some settings what weren't turned on, what should have been turned on. But otherwise, it's watchable. So, yeah. Until then, until next week, I'm Luke.
I'm Phil.
I'm Lenny.
Goodbye.
Toodles. Like and
Bye.
subscribe.
Okay.